in this video, I want to show you one approach to solving question 3 from the 2015 exam. So here's the question. So what we get is we get a dictionary that's kind of like that. And what we want at the end is we want to get a list of movies that are sorted from the most recent to the oldest. So in this example, this would be the first movie, and then the second movie would be this, and then the third one would be this, and then the fourth and fifth are gonna be this guy and this guy. So the approach I want to take is the same approach that I suggested for Lab 8, which is to convert this dictionary into items and then to sort the items. So ideally, what kind of thing do we want here? So ideally, we'd have a list that's kind of like that. So it's going to be a list of lists where this would be something like a long time ago. So we'll change it in a second. This would be a long time ago, and then this would be the name of the movie, kind of like that. And then over here, it would be something like 2015. And then here we'll have Jurassic World. Okay, so kind of like this. And then, so let's add another thing just for completeness. So let's say that here would be Star Wars. So that's what we want to get. Now, one note, if we get that, we still can sort it, because we could, of course, sort those lists. That would be fine, except that here, those are integers and this is a string. We cannot sort things where we have both integers and strings. That would just give us an error. So we need to treat those separately. So the old movies need to be treated separately, but it's very easy to do. So what we'll do is we'll just make a separate list of the old movies, and then we'll treat it separately, and we'll create a list that's like that for the movies for which the years actually are integers. So that's my goal here. So let's do that. So let's call the function something like sort movies. And we'll make this D so that it's easy to write. So, okay. So what do we need? So we need the tuples. So let's iterate through the dictionary. So the way I'll do it is I'll say, so for movie, so that would be the movie name, and that would be the info in d.items, like that. So at first, movie is going to be dude, where's my Death Star, and info is going to be this guy, right? And what I'll do is I'll extract the year from the info. So how can I do it? Well, what I can do is I can take a string that's like that, and if I take a string that's like that, I can split it on the comma, like so, and the first element is going to be what I need. So if I do this, I'll just take a long time ago, or if I do it the same thing on this string, I'll get my string that's 2015. So great, okay. So I'll say date here is going to be equal to info split on the comma, and then get the first element of that. So that's either going to be a long time ago, or it's going to be something like 2015. So what we said before is I want to deal with the old movies separately. So that's what I'll do. I'll just say if date at 0 is equal to A, right? So that means it's definitely not a number, it's definitely a long time ago. Then I'll deal with it separately. So I'll just make a list of the old movies, like so. So I'll say old movies is empty initially, and here I'll say old movies dot append movie. So by the end, old movies will contain the list of the names of all the old movies. So that's great. And now here I'll say else. And in here, what I want to do is I want to say, okay, all right. So I want to create my list where the list of lists where in each list the first element is going to be the year and the second element is going to be the name of the movie. All right. So okay. So here I'll say year is equal to the same, this is year. So the same thing as here, except converted to an int, like so. So now this would be 2015 or 1977 or something like that. And what I'll do here is, again, I'll have a list called new movies, and that's going to be a list of lists. So new movies dates, like so. So that's going to be a list of lists. And now what I'll do is I'll append a thing that's like that to it. So the first thing is going to be the year, and the second thing is going to be the movie. So, okay. So let me just show you what happens here. So I'll print the old movies here, and I'll print the new movies dates here, and I'll remove those things in a second. So here's what sort movies does right now. Okay, so this would be old movies, so it's just a list of strings. And now here we have this guy, which is a list of lists, which we can sort. So let me show you how. If I say sorted of this, here's what I get. I get the list sorted, well, first by the year and then also alphabetically, if the years are the same. So Jurassic World is going to come before Star Wars. Excellent. So this is what we should do. So old movies, we're fine with it. It's already fine. New movies dot dates, we want to sort like that. So dot sort modifies new movies dates. And now it's in this format. Excellent. So now what we need is we need to actually extract the names of the movies from new movies dates. That's not very hard, so we'll just say new movies is like that, and then we'll say, okay, so for, and again, let's use the the list or tuple unpacking here. So we'll say for year movie in new movies, like so. So that will load 1977 and Star Wars, and then it'll load 2015 into year and Jurassic World into movie and so on. I'll say new movies dot append movie. So because we sorted new movies, now the movies in we sorted this guy, new movies dates. So now we'll be appending the movies from here, but in the right order, where they're sorted by their release year. So that's great. So old movies were over-released a long time ago, so they're fine, they're already sorted. And now this is going to be sorted from the oldest movie to the newest movie, right? Now we want it the other way, so all we need to do is we need to reverse it. So now all of that is sorted from the newest movie to the oldest movie because we reversed it, because here it's the older ones and here it's from the so it's not going to be like that. So here right now it was right. So here it's the oldest, and here it's from oldest to newest, and now we want to reverse it. So now let's return it. And let's try and see what happens. New movies not defined, that's just a typo. Okay. And so here the problem was we wanted new movies dates actually. Okay. So now it's all good. So now it's from the newest to the oldest.